نستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أوصيكم وإياي أولا بتقوى الله فقد فاز المتقون كما قال الله تعالى في القرآن الكريم بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون وبعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Inshallah, to all the sisters and brothers, let us begin our day with the morning prayer, the morning dua. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka hamidun majid. Allahumma bika asbahna wa bika amsayna wa bika nahya wa bika namut wa ilayka nushur. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. La yadurru ma'asmihi syai'un fil ardi wala fis sama'i wa huwa as-sami'ul alim. Raditu billahi rabba wa bil islami dina wa bi muhammadin nabiyya. Allahumma zidni ilman nafi'ah wa rizqan tayyiba wa amalan mutaqabbala. Ya muqallibal qulub thabbit qulubana ala dinik wa ala ta'atik khasatan li abdiki Jasmine binti Nizam Muhammad. Allahumma ja'alha minaz zakirat minas sabirat. Allahumma yassir laha wa la tu'assir laha. Allahumma ja'al lisanaha zakiran qalbaha syakiran. Ya hayyun ya qayyum birahmatika nastaghiz. Allahumma adkhilna jannatak wa ajirna minan nar. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azaban nar. Wa sallallahu ala Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Amin ya rabbal alamin. All praise due to Allah Rabbul Alamin for all His blessing, His mercy, His guidance, and also for all the rizqi that Allah have provided for all of us till today, until the day we meet Allah Rabbul Alamin. Brothers and sisters, we also pray for all the sisters who are not well, for those, inshallah, who are not stable. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make Sister Jasmine binti Nizam Muhammad always remember Allah through her heart, her tongue, and also make her a person who are always thankful and grateful to Allah's ni'mah, and to all of us too, inshallah. Everything that happened in our life is a trial from Allah Rabbul Alameen, where Allah have informed us in the Quran 1400 years ago that He is going to put all of us to a trial, and nobody will escape the trial of Allah Rabbul Alameen. The believers, inshallah, will be rewarded for their patience and also for their rida towards qadar of Allah Rabbul Alameen. We believe that innamal usri yusra. After difficulty there will be ease. After pain there will be happiness, inshallah. All these are signs that no one is perfect except Allah. Allah, He is the only one who don't have all these defects. Other than Him, everybody will go through some kind of trial and suffering. For the believers, tahur, inshallah, is a sign of purification, and Allah is sure to reward us for our sabar and rida, inshallah. We know that the beauty of our religion is because our religion have a very strong foundation to guide all of us to go through the difficulty of life, the trial, the fitan of life. And our religion have make it very clear that the foundation is something that everyone who believes in Allah must hold on. Where the other religion, they don't have that kind of foundation. I believe that all of us still remember the well-known hadith of Gabriel about how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala confirmed to all of us the foundation of this religion. It's about the 6 article of faith, the 5 pillar of Islam, and 1 pillar of ihsan. And later on, the Prophet was reminded by Angel Gabriel through Allah Rabbul Alameen, by to Angel Gabriel, to ask the Prophet about alamatul sa'a or alamatul qiyamah. Means about life after death. It's just a reminder that every one of us will pass the test of Allah and will face Yawmul Qiyamah with the reda of Allah. Ready because we have the foundation. When you don't have the foundation, the Qiyamah will be the day for all of us to suffer. We are going to suffer at that day because we don't believe in the foundation of Islam. We know that 3 main questions will be asked by Allah, not only in the day of judgment, the day we die, when we are buried. There is about Allah, our Lord, just to confirm whether we believe in Him, Ma Rabbuka, and about our religion, just to see whether we follow the teaching of Islam or not, and also about a prophet, whether we follow his teaching or not. Ma Rabbuka, wa ma dinuka, wa man nabiyuka. If you look into these 3 questions, it's also linked back to the foundation. None of us can give a good answer if from the beginning when you were healthy you have doubts in any of the article of faith. Because our Prophet did remind us that one of the things that will erase all our good deeds is when you deny qadar. Mukazzibun biqadr. If you deny or have doubts about qadar, that means you have doubt toward Islam. You have doubt towards the Quran, because the Quran was here to confirm everything to do with the Iman. We believe what Allah wants us to believe. That is our foundation. Not what we want to believe, what Allah wants us to believe. And the 5 pillars of Islam is here to strengthen our belief. The belief is in the heart. No one knows except we alone. And the 5 pillars is just to help us to strengthen our belief, to make us a good Muslim, a good mu'min or mu'minah. By showing this good example through the 5 pillars of Islam, will show a good image to the not yet Muslim that we are different than them. We are not like them. And the last is ihsan. Ihsan is where all our deeds, what we say, what we do, will be accepted or not is based on that one ihsan. Allah reminds us with His reminder in the Quran, فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَهُ وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ شَرًّا يَرَهُ. The day will come that Allah will going to show us all the deeds that we have done in this world, just to show us Yara means to show us that you will see your deeds. Nothing is not been recorded by Allah. Allah never forget. We always forget a lot of things, but not Allah. And then He will show it to us to confirm. And then later on, He will tell us which one He accept and which one He will reject. The dua that we always ask Allah, we hope that our dua is sincere and we are committed to our dua. We say, Allahumma zidni ilman nafi'a. The knowledge that we want, O Allah, is the knowledge that benefit us, the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Other than that, there's no value. Second thing, we ask Allah for the right provision. Why we ask for the halal and good provision? Because there is also haram and also a lot of provision that is in the gray area. Even the gray area, the Prophet have reminded us that ma yaribuka ila mala yaribuk. Stay away from anything that doubtful to an area that there is no doubt anymore. We are having a lot of issue until today. We like to pray. We play around the gray area. This is something that we should be more serious not to get involved in the gray area. Not be in an area that people are telling you half truth and half bid'ah or half khurafat. You waste your time. You get more confused sometimes. So these are things that we must be selective involved in any activities. Make sure that whatever we are learning is clear-cut, that there's no more doubts in the class. There's no more doubt in getting the knowledge from a certain person. Maybe the doubts may come because of our understanding, maybe because the hadith that we are exposed to is just one or two. When a particular subject, you have maybe 10, 15 hadiths to cover. But it depends to the scholars, how far do he want to go and how much he want to explain to all of us. But it's very important to make sure that we are properly guided. And when we say to Allah, "Oh Allah, make the deeds that we are engaging in our daily life, deeds that will be accepted by Allah." That's what we want to do. We just do not want to do anything that we like to do, and we are not sure whether Allah accepts or not. We want to make sure that we are doing something that pleases Allah, then Allah will accept it. Allah never breaks His promise. He reminds us that if any male and female who is a believer and do righteous deeds, I will accept their deeds. And in return, I will give them paradise. This is the promise from Allah. Allah never breaks His promise. The problem is we are not careful about our deeds. Whether it's righteous, guided by the Quran or Sunnah, or just, I have good intention. I want to do this. I want to do that. What's wrong? As long as I have a good intention, no. Intention do not allow you to do what you like. Intention must be guided by the wahyu, not the nafs, not your desire. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala remind us through His Prophet. And also remind Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in huwa illa wahyun yuha, in Surah Najm. Allah said, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam will never utter or say anything about the religion of Allah based on his desire, how he feels. Not like today. We all like to say anything we want. What's wrong? Good intention? No. Whatever the Prophet wants to say about Allah's religion, he will just say what was revealed to him with knowledge, not with his desire. One thing that I like to start before we continue with the book. We know that today, wherever I go lately, we have people who approach me and say they're all suffering from sihr. It seems that this thing is getting stronger and stronger. He is attacking a lot of sisters more than brother. Yeah. We have advised them what to do, to recite what the Prophet ﷺ recommended us to recite. And may Allah make it easy for all of them. You know, it's not easy for those who go through all this pain and unrest. But may Allah help those who remember Allah Rabbul Alameen. Just want to share with you one hadith from Abi Hurairah. He said, somebody asked the Prophet, قيل يا رسول الله ادعو الله على المشركين. O Messenger of Allah, speak or pray a curse for us against the idol worshipper. The companion is asking the Prophet to pray and ask Allah to curse the mushrikeen. Who are the mushrikeen? A mushrikeen, according to the teaching of the Quran and Sunnah, the one that we are exposed to what happened in Mecca before, they are not people who don't believe in God. A mushrikeen is not a person who denied God. A mushrikeen, he believed in Allah in his own way, but they worship something beside Allah. That's why you call mushrik, from the letter shirk. That means you associate Allah with something. Yeah? A person who don't believe in Allah is a person who do believe in all other gods. Like the free thinker, the atheist, they don't believe in any God. And they are not mushrikin. They are mulhid. Mulhidin, people who don't believe in any gods. A mushrik is a person who believes, but they want to believe in more than one God. Yeah. We know the people who die as a mushrik, making shirk towards Allah, Allah will not forgive their sins, and they are sure to be punished, and their destination at the end will be hellfire. So this companion is asking Prophet Muhammad to pray, may Allah curse the mushrikeen. The Prophet replied, Inni lam ub'ath la'ana walakin bu'istu rahmah. Allahu Akbar. The Prophet said, I was not sent as a curser. I'm not here to curse anybody. Even they are doing so many wrong things, something that Allah hates, but I'm not here to curse them. I may hate what they do, but I'm not here to curse them, but I'm here as a mercy to save them, to guide them. Yeah? Not to curse. When you curse a person, it's very difficult for you to help him because you don't like him anymore. When you don't like somebody, very hard to even hear her name. You don't want, if possible, I don't want to know about her. I don't want to see her. I don't want to know anything about her. I just don't want to know. Don't talk to me. The minute people mention her name, you got pressure. Yeah. Because you don't like that person. So the Prophet is telling us that even there are a lot of people doing a lot of bad things, but I'm not here to curse them. We know that sihr is something very common today. People like to do something bad towards another person, but always remember, we are not supposed to curse them. We have the right to protect ourselves and stay away from them. That's all. Protect ourselves and stay away from them. Because we do not want to be corrupted like them. If you are with them, sooner or later you will be corrupted. It's just like the fitan of Dajjal. It's very, very severe. So some companions did ask the Prophet that they want to be in that environment, to face the fitan of Dajjal. The Prophet said, don't ask for that. Because we do not know how strong our iman is. The same go to us. Don't ask for trouble. Yeah. Stay away. If people like to share with you about all the bad thing, all the gossiping, just stay away. We don't have time to entertain anything that is negative, that is going to destroy our iman, the peace of our mind. And that's why the Prophet ﷺ also remind us in one of the hadiths of Nawawi, in hadith number 11, yeah, that the grandson of our Prophet Hussain, I did share with you last week. I just have to remind us again that min husnil Islam al-mar'u tarkuhu ma la ya'nihi. To make sure that your Islam is a good Islam. You are a good Muslim is a person who stay away from things that have no concern to her or him. Yeah. Things that have nothing to do with iman, our betterment, our family, our jama'ah, stay away. Yeah. Inshallah. May Allah save us from further fitan. Where are we today? Page 208. The last two ayah from Surah Al-Baqarah. Surah Al-Baqarah is the longest surah in the whole Quran. Alhamdulillah, they are very powerful ayah, ayatul kursi that we have discussed last week. Nawawi 12 and 11 about the grandson. Okay. The last two ayah of Surah Al-Baqarah. Before that, we talk about ayatul kursi, about Allah's attribute, the power of Allah, and so on, the knowledge of Allah. Meaning Allah is here to remind us, no one knows about the unseen more than Allah. No one can control anything more than Allah Rabbul Alameen. So we have to have a very good relation with Allah Rabbul Alameen. Yeah? When we are under Allah's protection, you must have that yaqeen that you are safe. Even you are still experiencing the pain, but your iman is being protected. Your body may experience certain pain, but because your faith in Allah is there, it do not weaken your iman. It strengthens your iman, it makes you closer to Allah Rabbul Alameen. It is also a blessing in disguise. But normally, when those who are in pain, normally we like to complain. Why me? Why? What happened? Why my prayer is not being answered? That feeling is always there. Don't worry, being a human. But if possible, don't let it out from your tongue. Shaitan is playing because by doing that, you will bring a lot of side effect for the living. Those whose iman is weaker, when you express that feeling, now they are starting to lose faith towards Allah. Our children, they are not that strong. We are stronger than them, alhamdulillah. Because we learn more than them. They are still very relaxed in Islamic classes. Alhamdulillah, we are more committed. But when we express that feeling out, now our children's iman towards Allah is getting weaker. Then when they have the good feeling to help us, they are going to entertain anything that comes to them. Somebody will give them this idea. Somebody will say, no, I know somebody is here. Let bring mom or bring that person to mother or to father. And now we are not in control because we are weak. We are at their mercy and they can do anything. This is something that we must be very careful. We know that being human, we have that feeling. But make yourself the people of sabr. Qanitin, sabirin, sabirat. Just control. Don't let it out. When our children ask, how are you? Alhamdulillah. Don't forget to pray to Allah. It's Allah's mercy. Allah's mercy. No. Don't say, Allah is punishing me. Yeah. Allah is punishment. Don't use that word. That's why the Prophet said when somebody is in pain, say tahur. Purification. Purification. Something positive. Yeah. And that helped our children, inshallah. Yeah. Now let us go back to page 208. The last two ayat of Surah Al-Baqarah is Amana Rasulu bima unzila ilayhi min rabbih wal mu'minun. Kullun amana billahi wa malaikatihi wa kutubihi wa rusulih. La nufarriqu baina ahadin min rusulihi wa qalu sami'na wa ata'na. Ghufranak rabbana wa ilaikal masir. This is the first part. Can somebody read the meaning? Anybody who with you in the book? Whose voice among us who are good, inshallah? Huh. Come, some. Allahu Akbar walillahim. Allah is now telling us about what happened to all his prophets. All the messenger of Allah has believed. Of course, you cannot be a messenger if you don't believe. Yeah. But this ayah start with Rasul, not with Anbiya or Nabi. Is here to remind us when you are a messenger of Allah, automatically you are a prophet. No one can be the messenger of Allah without being appointed by Allah as a prophet first. But not all prophet is a messenger. A messenger is a person who has received the message from Allah, the wahyu. And a messenger is not a person who will keep the message for himself. Then you cannot be a messenger. After receive the wahyu from Allah, the duty of all messengers, they must convey to other people. And that's why, and so have the believers. And those who respond to the same message that was revealed to the messenger, they are all believers. The companion who believe in what the prophet conveyed to them, they are all believers. If they don't believe, they are not believers. You have family of the prophets who received the message, the prophet conveyed them, but they refuse to believe. So even they are family members, but they are not believers. So believe is not because of family ties, nothing to do with family. Everybody was given a choice to believe or not to believe. فَمَنْ شَاءَ فَلْيُؤْمِنْ وَمَنْ شَاءَ فَلْيَكْفُرْ. Whoever want to believe, you follow. Whoever choose not to believe. And that's why when talk about iman, talk about belief, la iqra fi din, no compulsion. You cannot force. How can you force what is in the heart of the person? It don't make sense at all. He can pretend to say, okay, you want me to believe? Okay, I'll follow you. But not in the heart. And that is where you create munafiqeen. You force them to say something, when they are not ready to say. You can convey the message. It's like when anybody wants to be a Muslim, we convey the message to them. And before they want to make the declaration, we must make sure that there is no element of force. If there is an element of force, we say no. We want to make sure that they are completely ready. No force from in and out. And this is very important because the one that is been forced, of course, we love everybody to say Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu Muhammad. But if there's an element of force, we are worried that after that, they say, I don't really believe yet. What are you going to say? The rest have accepted you as a Muslim, but you are telling to your close friend, I'm not ready yet. But you have this recite the Shahada. I'm not ready yet. I'm not going to register yet. No. It is not good. Yeah. So we cannot force. Yeah. All of them have believed in Allah. Who are the one who believe in Allah? All the messenger. No one can be a messenger, can be a prophet, if they don't believe in Allah, His angel. Every prophet also was sent to remind their people that there are angels who Allah created before all of us. His books, whatever book was revealed, if there is the scroll of Abraham, when Moses received the Torah, he will remind his people that their early books were sent before me, and they will believe. And when Jesus was sent, when Allah gave him the Injil, he must inform his people about the Old Testament. Everybody is linked with one another. And same to us when we accept the Quran. The Quran is here to confirm musaddiqa lima bayna yadayhi min at-Tawrati wal Injili wal Zabur. The Quran is here to confirm that the early scripture was also revealed by the same God, Allah. And his messengers saying we make no distinction between any of his messengers. All messenger was sent by Allah with a very clear mission. وَلَقَدْ بَأَسْنَا فِي كُلِّ أُمَّةٍ رَسُولًا أَنْ اعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ وَاجْتَنِبُوا الطَّاغُوتَ. The clear message that Allah sent through all prophets and messengers is to remind every one of them, their followers, to worship only one true God, Allah. Not only that, the Prophet never stopped calling people to worship Allah only. After worshipping Allah, wajtanibut tawhid. Stay away from committing any form of shirk. Worshipping someone or something beside Allah is considered tawhid, like worshipping Satan. There was a time some politician used this powerful saying in every speech that they deliver. Tawhid, tawhid. Because they look at the other side, they are all like shaitan. Arrogant, denying Allah's rule. Yeah. Ignoring the Sharia. They are Muslim, but they are ignoring Allah's rule. They are like Taghut. Taghut always want to tell you that there is another law that is better than the law of Allah. There is another system that is better than the system of Allah. Just the opposite. That's why you said, وَاجْتَنِبُوا الطَّاغُوتَ and نَعْبُدَ اللَّهَ طَاغُوتَ. Just the opposite. You worship Allah, you must deny Tawhut. If you worship Allah and also you go along with Tawhut, then you have gone wrong. You cannot be right anymore. You cannot say, I believe in Allah, but once a while, I still go like this. Cannot. This kind of prayer, no more. I believe in Allah, once a while, I still go like this. No more like this. You go this way. You have your own way. You cannot just mix. Yeah. لا شريك له لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله. The angels, the book, the prophets. That's why you cannot, no one can be a Muslim if he don't believe in Isa. No one can be a Muslim if he don't believe in Musa, Harun, Daud, yeah, Yusuf, Yunus, and all the messenger of Allah that is mentioned in the Quran. لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله. You cannot say, I believe in 2, 3, 4. That one, no. I don't like that guy. No, there's nothing for you to like or not like. Your duty is to believe. That's all. No. Some people don't like Moses. Moses go and kill people, innocent child. No. Moses is too hard. He killed a lot of people. Even when he was in the palace of Pharaoh, he killed a lot of Pharaoh's officers. And he's a tough man. No, whatever they have done is Allah Qadar. Allah wanted it to happen. So we have no right to question what happened. We just have to believe. وَقَالُوا سَمِعْنَا وَأَطَعْنَا. All the believers' attitude. A believer must have certain attitude. Their attitude is when Allah says something, when the messenger convey to us a saying, our duty is sami'na wa ata'na. Now this is the quality of the believers. We have problem until today because we are listening to the same ayat. People are quoting the same saying of the Prophet. But why we are not a true believer? Why our heart is not responding to this same ayah, Sami'na wa ata'na? And that's why the Prophet never missed to remind his ummah whenever he was giving them a reminder. Usikum bitaqwallah. Usikum bitaqwa. Until today, if you experience that when you go travel to the Middle East and if you are close to those righteous people, you see how they remind each other. When you say something, do something that is not right, they always use this word, ittaqillah, ittaqillah. What is ittaqillah? Be faithful, be obedient to Allah. Don't say anything against Allah. Don't say anything or do anything against Allah. What Allah don't like, you cannot like. It's something that you cannot just say whatever you want. Ittaqillah, ittaqillah. They always say that. Because the Prophet always remind his people, Usikum bitaqullah. I always wasiat upon all of you, remind of the importance of be obedient, be faithful to Allah. Now look at how the Prophet ﷺ guide his ummah. How can we be faithful, be obedient? As-sam'a wa ta'ah. Listen, hear, and obey. Sami'na wa ata'na. And Allah told us about a group of people before us as What? A group of people before us. When Allah is referring to people before us, for what reason? For example, there was a group of people before us. When the messenger conveyed to them something, they also said, Sami'na wa asay. They listen like how we are listening today. But after hearing, they say, no way. We disobey. We disagree. Do you have this kind of Muslim today? Do you have that? Yes. You can read the ayah to them, read the hadith to them, but they say, no way, this is the man's interpretation. What are you talking, the man interpretation? So you want a woman to interpret to you. Okay, get a believing woman to tell you. They say, no, you are following the man. You must follow the lady's interpretation. Do the Quran allow you to interpret based on your sexes? No. But sometimes the way we respond is so weird, you know. It's like Allah is not fair. Allah is the one who has made this rule. And that's why if you look at the history of all the prophet and messenger, never once Allah appoint a lady to be his prophet. Why? Only Allah knows. We hear and we obey. Alhamdulillah. Now, if all the Muslims listen to the Quran carefully and stay away from black magic, sihr, stay away from like what Allah said, قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقع ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد. We are all safe. But no. We may read the Quran, use the Quran, yeah, to cause harm to other people. Shaitan also pray to Allah. We also pray to Allah. And Allah Almighty sometimes is very, very fair. Whatever you want to ask, I give it to you. You are responsible. You ask for it. I created paradise and hell. I say, come to paradise. Don't go to hell. But you say, I want to go. I said, if you do this, you go to paradise. If you do that, you go to hell. You choose that way. And you say, oh Allah, give me paradise. But you choose the way to hell. It won't work. Just an example. Allahumma ajirna minan nar. Oh Allah, save me from hellfire. Stay away from all the acts, the deeds that can bring you to hell. It's like you say, oh Allah, I don't want to be fat. You eat all the fatty food. I don't know how we're going to get thinner. How we get slimmer, I don't know. Oh Allah, don't give me a headache, but you always entertain every single word people say. You'll get headache. You must know, if you ask for this, you must work towards that. وَقَالُوا سَمِعْنَا وَأَطَعْنَا. This word, سَمِعْنَا وَأَطَعْنَا, is one of the category quality that differ us with any other groups. They hear, but they reject. They disobey. We hear, we obey. That is the difference. I give you one simple example, sisters. Being a good wife. Whatever your husband say to you and you listen to him. Of course, all the good things. You respond positively to him. Do you make him happy? Will he be proud of you? Yeah? You also are happy, no problem. But whenever you say, you just want to say something back. Like there is no way, it's a two-way communication. You have right, I also have right. You say one, I say two. Can you say that? You can, of course. You want to say it's your choice. Then slowly, you have caused some unrest in him. Every time when I say something, there is something from your side to show disagreement. Then one day your husband decide not to say anything. Then what happened to you now? You won't be happy again. You thought that he's silent will make you happy. He's silent also make you have doubts. Why he's so silent today? He don't want to talk to me anymore. No communication. He just don't like. Each time I share with you something, you always disagree with me. Why not you go along? And then you can even share with him sometime, with this and that. But samikna wa ta'na is good. And Allah show us the blessing of having these qualities, sami'na wa ta'na. In other hadiths, the Prophet did say, ittaqillah haythuma kunta. How should we be faithful to Allah? Are we faithful to Allah in a particular area only? When you are in Makkah, mashallah, you are so close to Allah. When you move to Jeddah, you feel the difference. But in the same country, there, Allah always remember. Out from Makkah, you're back to dunya already. Not Malaysia yet. This is just Jeddah. Just an hour drive. You can see the difference. But the Prophet is saying to us, you must be faithful to Allah wherever you are. Ittaqillah haythuma kunta. Whether you are in the Holy Land, whether you are back home, you must be the same person. If you follow the Quran and Sunnah in Mecca, you follow the Quran and Sunnah in Medina. Medina, we have one of the Imam just passed away. Allahumma ighfir lahu warhamhu wa fihi wa'fu anhu. This is the Imam that we have a very close relationship when we have the Peace TV. The first Peace TV in Mumbai. He was invited to lead us in the Friday prayer. Alhamdulillah. But he have a very beautiful ending. MashaAllah. These people are very blessed. Inshallah. He passed away when he was making his Sunnah prayer. They always pray Sunnah inside the other building, the one in front of the Imam, the extension building in Medina, where the funeral always will be brought in through that door and will keep there. After the Imam finishes prayer, he will move forward to the right, and there is another door that he will go out, and that's where the mayat is being prepared. And that's where they perform the funeral prayer with some of the family members of the deceased, and then they will bring out the mayat completely out from the masjid. So he passed away while he's making his sunat prayer in that small area. That is an area that we have brought some of our male Jum'ah to visit one of the Imam before when we made our Umrah trips. Alhamdulillah, whoever respond to the truth by saying we hear and we obey, we seek your forgiveness. Of course, we also keep on asking Allah for forgiveness. And to you is a final destination. We know at the end of the day, everything will go back to Allah. Ya min Allah wa ilallah turja'ul umur. All of us came from Allah, and everything have to go back to Him. This is what we must strongly believe. When you obey Allah's command, of course, when you ask Allah for forgiveness, it's easy for Allah to forgive you. When you prove to Allah that you are very obedient, faithful, you submit to Him, there's no issue for Allah to forgive us. He will love to forgive us. It's just like when you always submit to someone that you love, you obey your husband in the right manner, make him so happy that he don't remember your mistake anymore. He don't want to think because we have been so good to him. He will miss you a lot when you are not at home. He will miss you a lot. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. The meaning, please. Okay, we stop there first. Now let us look at this beautiful ayah from Allah. Then Allah is telling us now, not only now, 1,400 years ago, Allah does not require from a soul except what is within its capacity. Meaning Allah will never burden any one of us. Islam is not here to burden us, to make it difficult for us, except what is within our capacity. Now when Allah commands us to pray 5 times a day, is it a burden? Can we take it as a burden? No. The believing man and the believing woman cannot say that praying is a burden. When Allah said fast for 1 month in a year, can that be a burden? It won't be a burden for the believer. Giving zakat, how much we pay our zakat? 2.5%, can that be a burden? Can't, because there are more tax. GST, how much in the tax? 6%. And almost every day you are taxed. Everything you buy, tax again. Allah tax 2.5% per year. If you say it's a burden too much, man, then you are too much. Just too bad. And Allah wants us to go to Hajj once in your lifetime. Is that a burden? If you don't have the means, what did Allah say? Man istata'tu ilay. If you don't have the money, no problem. No problem. You don't commit a sin. Only for those who have the means. You see how easy and how practical Islam is. Even the fast. If you can't fast because you are not well, did Allah force you? No. If you are traveling, what did Allah say? Break your fast. But we are not used to it. Oh, fasting month. But Allah said, break. But you want to continue? Continue. But don't burden yourself. Don't ever burden yourself. Overdoing things, it creates fitna to you. Yeah, the Prophet prayed all the sunnah prayer. The Prophet prayed tahajjud every night. I want to follow the Prophet. No problem. Force yourself. There is a problem. Forcing yourself is a problem. Do whatever you can. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. Allah never burden us. See, when you are traveling, Allah make it so easy. Shorten your prayer. You do one. Combine your prayer. You are not used to it. And then you excuse yourself. I miss my prayer, Ustaz. Because the time there's no praying room in the shopping mall. I was shopping for 5 hours already. Now, who create the problem? We don't appreciate the religious, the privileges given by Allah. We thought that our way is better when Allah has given you the best way and you do not want to practice what Allah wants you to do. Who are not used to it, make use of it. Allah said after you wear your socks and cover your feet after your wudu, you don't have to open and take off your socks and stocking, just wipe over. You still want to open and wash your leg. Why you do that? Why do you do it? Allah make it so practical, so easy, and you make it so difficult. And at the end, you excuse yourself. This is where Allah said, Allah does not require from a soul except what is within its capacity. Do the fard first. Even to do the sunnah, make sure the fard is being fulfilled properly. Yeah. Continue the meaning. Now Allah is telling us that even whatever you do, there will be a reward. If the good deeds is been done purely for Allah, Allah is sure to reward. You don't have to worry about Allah's reward. Don't worry. Make sure that you are doing the right thing. The way you do it correctly, follow the sunnah, and your intention purely for Allah. Make sure that is with you. When you have all this quality, you don't worry about Allah's reward. Allah is sure to reward us. But then Allah also warned us about, and upon it is the burden for what evil it has earned. But look at the beauty of the teaching of Islam. Anything good, before implementing it, you have the good intention, the reward was given already. By having the right intention, Allah have given us a reward. And when you act upon it, the reward multiply. But anything evil, all of us also have bad feeling, bad intention sometimes. You want to talk bad about that person. You have that bad feeling now. There is no sin being recorded. But if you have good intention, a good reward is being recorded. Until you act upon it. You have the intention to gossip about the person. But alhamdulillah, nobody is in front of you, so nothing to say. You're alone. If you're alone, you want to gossip, it's still okay. No one here except you yourself. That is not considered gossiping yet. It's just frustration. You're expressing your problem by yourself. I think that is a good exercise. If you stay in your room, lock everything, and then look at yourself in the mirror and start to curse whatever you curse. That's not gossiping because no one knows except you. And Allah, of course, He knows. But the minute when somebody come in and you share that feeling, that's where you start to collect your sin. And the sin also is so minimum, but it's still heavy sometimes. Don't play with it. That means one bad thing that you have said is recorded as one sin. But it can be a minor, it can be a major one. But just one. But good thing will reward 10 to 700 times. But Allah is so merciful. The angel that is recording, Kiraman Katibin, to record our bad deeds, what we say, will not want to write it yet. He do not want to record it delay. Hope that quickly you repent. Astaghfirullah, I make it wrong. I say something so wrong, my brother. Astaghfirullah. Then he stopped writing. until you're so mean to that person. Keep on talking, put some spices again, put some belacan again, and then he's have to write. Because you don't feel that it is wrong. You are happy in doing haram thing. You know that in the time of the Prophet, when something haram happened in front of them, they feel so unhappy. Because the iman is so strong. Anything negative comes, the positive just cannot just feel nothing. Immediately they react. If those who have the power, they are going to say it loud. They are going to take action upon it. Those who can't, their heart feels so sad, They just don't like. Today, every haram thing that happened in front of us, we don't have the same feeling anymore. Do you agree with me, sisters? Why? Why that we feel that everything that's so haram happened in front of us is normal? Because we have entertained. At first we don't like, neither we say anything. After some time it becomes normal. Everything is normal to us now. This is very bad. This sign is a sign that we have problem with our iman now. At least you still hate what is wrong. Now you can't even hate what is wrong. No big deal. Haram thing that is something Allah hates so much, to us no big deal. May Allah protect all of us, inshallah. Amen. We continue the meaning. Look, the believer always are aware about we are human. We are not angels. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for help. Allah, of course, He all-knowing. If you don't ask Him, He knows. He have all the knowledge. But a believer always humble themselves that if we have done something wrong, or we forgot to do what He wants us to do because we are not in a good environment, the good people is not there to remind us we are in the wrong environment. We may commit all this mistake, but we ask Allah not to punish us because of that. Now, why the believers start with this? You have to have that feeling so that you do not be judgmental to others. If you always think that you are so pure, so good, so perfect, then you are going to be very judgmental to other people. But if you know that you also have your own weaknesses, you may forget. So if somebody forget, what do you say to him or to her? Are you going to shout at him? Well, this small thing also you forget. Cannot trust you anymore. Normally when you get angry, okay? I just call you to buy this small thing also you don't remember. He is also human, you are so human. You also can forget sometimes. That is good. Be humble. If somebody thinks so good about themselves, he is so perfect, then it also can be a problem. You become very judgmental towards others. But if you know that you also have your own weaknesses, you make mistakes sometimes. It's like all the great imams said, we are human. We are like all of you. We may be right, we may be wrong. Whatever we say is guided by the Quran Sunnah, follow. Whatever that we say that contradict, abandon and ignore it. Very fair. But if you don't have this kind of feeling, you must feel that you are always Mr. Right. And that's why you see we start to attack others. We start to pass judgment on other people because we have this overconfident attitude, and it's very destructive. Yeah, it's good when you ask Allah, "Oh Allah, do not impose blame upon us if we have forgotten our earth." Next, Allahu Akbar. We know how Allah tested people before us, worse than all of us. We hope that Allah will not put on the same kind of test, because our iman also is not as strong as the people before us. And Allah have said in the first sentence, "La yukallifullahu nafsan illa wus'aha." Allah know the level of our iman. Allah have all the knowledge. And inshallah, He will never burden upon us like how He have burdened upon the early nation. He will never, make it that difficult. Yeah. Continue. Allah. Again, we have been so humble, oh Allah. We know that we can't do so many things. We just ask and ask Allah, do not burden us with that which we have no ability to bear. Again, back to the ayah, the first sentence. La yukallifullahu nafsan illa wus'aha. Allah will never burden you, except what you can. You see, except what you can. So, when you are asking Allah for all this, and Allah has give you the answer from the early sentence, He will never burden you. Meaning, if anything that Allah wants you to do is not a burden. You cannot give an excuse, it's a burden. Pray for burden, fast burden. No. It's something that Allah knows that you are able to do it. You see? The wajibat is something that we are able to do it, inshallah. Yeah? Next. Allahu Akbar. Allah teach us how to be humble to ourselves, pardon us. You love to be pardoned, you also love to pardon others. That's why the hadith, the Prophet, Irham man fir ar yarhamkum man fis sama. You show mercy to Allah's creation on earth, Allah will shower His mercy upon you. You love to seek Allah's pardon, but do you love to pardon others, brother and sister? If somebody do something wrong to you, do you pardon them? Now, mind, go to the second. Do you forgive them? Okay. Do you have mercy upon them? We can check by ourselves. No problem. Yeah? You have to ask yourself. Now, those who want to be pardoned, those who want to be forgiven upon the mistake they have done, and those who want our mercy, what should they do? Yeah? What should they do? Go back to this ayah. What should they do? Huh? Come on. What do we understand by this ayah? What should they do? Those who want to ask pardon from you, want you to forgive them, want you to show mercy, what should they do? They must be humble and come to you and ask for it. That's why Allah said, make dua, oh Allah, forgive us, pardon us. So they ask. We have problem. The one who make mistake, don't ask. No, I'm right. They are so hard for us to forgive them. If somebody have done wrong to you, now you have shown them what you do is so wrong. You create fitna to me. Do you think that he or she should humble himself or herself and come to, please, brother, please just forgive me? Do you think he should do that? They must humble themselves. The reason because we ask, oh Allah, pardon us. But if you don't ask, you are very, very arrogant. That means you are very mean. You don't acknowledge that what you have done is wrong. And that is the reason your mistake is not being forgiven. Because you did not ask. That means you think that is right. What you do is right. Even it's wrong, you still say it's right. This is kibir. This is where they say you are too arrogant. What did Iblis have done to Allah's command towards Adam? Is that right or wrong? Not to show respect to Adam, is that right or wrong? Wrong. And Allah punished him because of that. Just one wrong, Allah punished him. We have done how many wrongs? To our friend, to our colleague, and we don't care. And Satan did want to repent. He want to repent. One day he said, enough lah. No, I've been too busy in misleading people. No, Shaitan have to keep on planning how to misguide us. No, it's not easy work. No, it's not an easy job. He keep on planning how to mislead us. He want to repent in the time of Moses. He thought that Allah forget about Adam. It's an old story. Allah said, no problem. Go and look for the grave of Adam where Adam was buried and make sujood again. Now Allah is going to forgive him. One condition, be humble. You were punished and cursed by Allah because of that particular sin. You want me to forgive you? No issue. Go and make sujood now. When he heard the name of Adam, no way. Somebody make fitna to you. And he come and tell you, the third party. You must remind her, you have committed a great sin, my sister. You should go to her and ask for forgiveness. Normally, no way. Then that person have problem. It's not difficult to seek Allah's pardon and forgiveness and mercy. Just be humble. It's not difficult to ask your fellow friend, brother, sister, parent to forgive you. It's not difficult for your husband to forgive you, sisters. What should we do? Be humble. Tonight you go home, you can recall all the wrong things. My husband, you know that I love you so much. And you are a good husband. Don't say, you are a wrong guy, man. No, say, you are a good husband. You have been very kind, very loving to me. I may have made some mistake here and there. Please forgive me. I believe, inshallah, your husband will just forgive you and will love you more and respect you more and trust you more. Your humbleness is not your weaknesses, no. Bring a lot of good thing to you. But you must be humble. So if anybody make mistake to somebody, they must be humble if they want people to forgive them. If not, we have the right to hold this thing until the day of judgment. See you in Akhirah. Now we can do that. No problem. You have been so bad to me. You keep on create fitna. You do this. You keep on gossip about me. I'm not going to go and gossip back. I will see you there. Do you think you can escape? Here you can escape. You think there you can escape? You have to come to Allah and you are going to be in Al-Qantara. I will wait you at Al-Qantara. Allah gives us the right to ask for our right at Al-Qantara. If they don't believe, that is their problem. Yeah. And that's why the Prophet said, don't be a bankruptcy. You remember what the hadith talk about the bankruptcy? In Sahih Muslim. The Prophet asked the companion that there will be a group of people who will come in the day of judgment and was declared by Allah bankruptcy. Do you know who is a muflis? The Prophet asked the companion. The companion answered, a muflis, a person who has nothing to present to Allah in the day of judgment. Then he will be a bankruptcy. The Prophet said, if a person have nothing, there's no bankruptcy on him. Do a bank declare a person bankrupt when he is poor? It's because he have a lot of money earlier. He get a lot of loan earlier. Then he can't pay back. Then the bank declare him bankruptcy. A bankruptcy is not a poor guy. It's a man, a person who have been fasting, who have been praying fardu and sunnah, who give a lot of good deeds and charity, and also zakat and all these things, and go to Hajj, Umrah, everything he have done. Donation here, contribution there, everything. But he gossip about that, talk about that. He let the whole world know what he is doing. And he talk bad about people. He humiliate the person that he helped sometimes. Yeah, he belittle the person. He create fitna to others. These are the bankruptcy because all their good deeds will be transferred to that guy. That they gossip, they belittle, they fitna. And not only that, after they transfer all their good deeds to them, no more deeds anymore. The bad deeds from that guy that they gossip will go to him. Double. Double muflis. Nothing already to declare. Still, you got to take all the sin from other person. It's a bad thing, brothers and sisters. It's not a small matter. We ask Allah for pardon. We ask Allah to forgive us. We ask Allah to shower His mercy upon us. So that's why we have to be humble and ask for it. You done something wrong to somebody, go to the person. Be humble. You don't have to declare. No need. Just go to the person. I'm sorry. Inshallah, I'm not going to do this anymore. Forgive me. I think that person will also love you. He's sure to forgive you. And not only he forgive you, you know what they will do? After forgiving you, they will pray and ask Allah to forgive you. Inshallah. Yeah? And we must declare, oh Allah, you are the only true protector. So give us victory over the disbelieving people. People who involve this ayat, why is so powerful that you can use to protect yourself from evil, spell, and sihr. Because this ayat also ends with Allah is the only protector. We got to seek Allah's protection so that Allah give us victory over the disbelieving people. Now, what Allah is telling is people who involved in black magic, they are not a believer anymore. A believing person will not do things to harm another fellow Muslim. Because the Prophet have said, even a Muslim, man salimal muslimun min lisanihi wa yadi. A Muslim is a person who safeguard his hand and his tongue from hurting another Muslim. But if a Muslim keep on doing bad thing to another Muslim, he is no more a Muslim according to the saying of the Prophet. He can say anything he wants. He can claim anything he wants. He can put in the IC, I'm a Muslim. That one, no problem. But to Allah, he is no more in that fold. Like the Prophet said, Kullu Muslim ala Muslim haramun damuhu wa malu wa irduhu. Every Muslim to another Muslim is sacred. their dignity, their wealth, yeah, their life, everything, their their blood is sacred. You cannot cause harm to another fellow Muslim if you consider you are a good Muslim. If not, you have disbelief in Allah. So may Allah save us from all this, yeah, bad thing, and may Allah protect us. These two ayah contain distinguished praise from Allah for the Prophet and his follower. They also contain wonderful supplication, prayer that Allah teaches to the believer. Because of this, they provide a protection from all harm and evil for those who recite them at night before going to sleep. Abdullah Abu Mas'ud al-Ansari reported that Prophet ﷺ said, Man qara al-ayatain min akhir surat al-Baqarah fil layli kafatah. Whoever recite the two ayat at the end of Surah Al-Baqarah at night, they service him as protection for that particular night. So brothers and sisters, please don't forget to recite Fatiha, Ayatul Kursi, two of these ayah at the end of Al-Baqarah, the three kul, and then don't forget to recite Bismikallahumma amutu wa ahya and go to sleep. I don't see that it will take more than 10 minutes. Not more than 10 minutes. Maybe even lesser than that. For those who have memorized it, you just recite it and go to sleep. And your sleep is considered as an act of ibadah under the protection of Allah. And if we die, that is a good ending between we and Allah, because you have make dua, you have recite what the Prophet want you to say, and then you have said Bismillahirrahmanirrahim amutu wa ahya, then you go back to Allah. It is a beautiful ending, and may Allah bless us, may Allah guide us. If there's any other thing, now we open for Q&A. Fatafaddal. Now, any question from the sisters? No question from the sisters today, Alhamdulillah. Is it a burden for us to recite these two ayah? How many of us have memorized this so far? Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. I think most of us should have memorized it. For those who have not memorized it first, just focus on this. Because these are a very powerful ayah for protection. Anything the Prophet recommend us to recite is good to recite. To show that we samikna wa ata'na. We hear and we obey. Obey is not just believing in it, you follow. When you say I obey, you follow the command of the Prophet. The Prophet call you to recite, you just recite. And this recitation, you can blow it on your palms. You can recite and blow and wipe over your head, face, your body until your feet. No problem. The only dua that the Prophet encouraged you to blow, not towards the drink, food, towards your hand, and then you wipe over your whole body. Inshallah. Naam. Walaikum salam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yeah, that will be better. There is another level already. Correct? Yeah. Now, that's why the Prophet ﷺ remind us by giving the general understanding, irham man fir ar yarhamkum man fis sama. Show mercy for Allah's creation on this earth, then the one in the heaven will always shower his mercy upon you. And that is our right, of course. Any sin that people have done toward us, we was given by Allah the right to forgive them. Of course, that will be the best. But even then, you have the right, yeah, to ask back, yeah, to get something back from them. It's just like people borrowing money from us. It's our money. They say to us, "Can you lend me 1,000?" So, with your good intention, you lend them. That is your right. Borrowing, lending is you must pay back. But that person do not pay you back. Do you have the right to just forgive them? Yes, you have the right. But do you have the right also to say, "No, I'll see you in the day of judgment"? You still have the right. But to forgive them, of course, is always better towards them. Yeah, inshallah. Inshallah. Now, one thing, and this is a very good question. Al-Qantara is a small bridge, not a long one. The short, but it is before entering paradise. Before going to the 8 gates of paradise, you will be at that Al-Qantara. Now, say that person, he don't forgive you here. He have said, "Tidak ada maaf bagimu. See you in the day of judgment." He closed the chapter like that. He don't care about what you want to do. I will see you there. You are sure to see him. Allah is very just. That also, if he passed that sirat, the long one first, if he have dropped, he's gone. He have no right to ask you anything. He must pass. That means he is a good person. Only Allah give him or her his or her right. Now, he passed, and then it so happened he passed. No, the bad guy passed earlier. The bad guy have done something good before. In the early, he was a bad guy, but later on, he had become good. But still, he did not come back to you. He did not really come, and he know that he still owe you. He didn't say, "Please, no, I can't pay you so much, but I have this. Can you please make it halal? This one I can give." He didn't do that. He just ignored. Very arrogant. That means very proud. So happened he have done a lot of other good deeds. Allah allowed him to pass the long bridge, but he will be detained at Al-Qantara. Why? Because we also, Allah have also accept our deeds, and He is going to let us pass this long bridge. But because we are a bit weak, we go slower. He have gone there maybe morning he arrived, but we arrive at night. He have to wait for us. And there is a time our Prophet ﷺ also will be waiting. His love towards his ummah, he have the right, he have entered paradise, but then he have all the right to come and look for us and wait for us until the last ummah who is going to enter paradise. And what the Prophet will do, he will be a witness. Shuhada'a wa shahid. Allah said, وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا لِتَكُونَ شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ وَيَكُونَ الرَّسُولُ عَلَيْكُمْ شَهِيدًا. The Prophet will be our witness. Then the Prophet is waiting. And if that particular guy is still very mean, he want us to suffer now, I'm not going to forgive you. How can we pay him at that time? We don't bring cash anymore. There's no credit card. There's nothing. No money. That is not the world of money. There's a world of hisab. Then the Prophet will come. Do you want to forgive your brother or sister Muslim? In return, I give you my shafa'ah. That is what everybody is waiting for. They want the extra blessing, intercession, shafa'ah from them. Who do not want shafa'ah from God? Everybody is waiting. when the Prophet will come. Example, the Prophet said, whoever take a loan from somebody, but he or she have the intention to pay back, he have no intention to lie, to cheat, and then to betray the person. But it so happened he don't have the mean at all. So he's running away. Shame. Last time he was so close. We see each other at least 2-3 times per week. Now, 20 years, we never meet anymore. Because of that money, we become like an enemy. We become like stranger. But at that day, we will meet. And the Prophet will be there. The Prophet told us in the other hadith, I will be the guarantor. If you take a loan with the right intention and you really want to pay back, you try, but you can't, then the Prophet will be your guarantor. He will say to the person that you borrowed from, I will give you my shafa'ah, you just make it halal. Forget about the loan. Who do not want to accept? Yeah? There's a barter trade that day. So inshallah, as long as we try our best to follow the sunnah of the Prophet, that's why we must follow the sunnah of the Prophet. Why? Because the Prophet is there to be our intercessor. So we need to love him. So inshallah, we try our best, brothers and sisters, to do the best so we have the good ending. And may Allah make it easy for us to pass through the Sirat and Al-Qantara. Amen. Any last question from the other sisters or the brother? No further question. Alhamdulillah. May Allah bless us. May Allah guide us. May Allah forgive us. And may Allah open our hearts so that we have the softness deep in our heart to forgive, forget. Forgive is okay. Alhamdulillah. Forget, of course, is not easy. But just don't recall it. Yeah. Just bury the past and look forward, and may Allah accept all our deeds. Amin. Ya Rabbal Alameen. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.